Ranking every Yuno Miles song from least favorite to most favorite. If you don't know who Yuno Miles is, he is a widely beloved hip-hop artist who has a song with both the man who made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and the man who gave it a 6. Making this list took so long. Yuno Miles got too many songs, man. You don't need to put out 3 songs about ray guns. You could have just dropped 1 ray gun song and left the other 2 in the vault. This man also has 3 songs dissing his barber. This guy drops songs like Gucci Mane drops mixtapes. Trying to find every Yuno Miles song on the internet was so long and hard, so please subscribe and like. Please, pretty please. I don't often like including features when ranking an artist's songs, but I am gonna include Bomb because it is iconic. Anyways, let's get into the list. I'm Dante Diss Track Part 5. This gave me a headache. Pulled Up. This song is horrendous for reasons you wouldn't expect a Yuno Miles song to have. Yuno isn't delivering his usual squeaky voice cracks or unhinged lyrics. Instead, he leans into a sort of rap singing style, and the featured artist Akeem does have a decent singing voice. However, once Akeem does start singing, I'm immediately reminded of Dream's music, and that's not something I want to be reminded of. This song is like Yuno Miles' Road Trip. It tries to be nice and chill, but bringing in those melodic, laid-back, heartbroken vibes you typically expect in a Juice WRLD song, or honestly more of a Lil Skies track, into the context of a Yuno Miles song just doesn't blend nicely. Oh nah, Payless, this might be the worst singing performance he has ever laid to tape. .com, this song is really old, so it was made before he fully found his shtick and sound. He still had those silly bars back in the day, but those goofy voice cracking, super high energy and outlandish vocals that would later define him weren't there yet. Instead, he's rapping like he's about to fall asleep. This pretty much applies to the rest of this very old EP. Rubber Boots, he's rapping over the squeaky boot sound effects from that one SpongeBob episode. I think this is the most annoying beat he's ever hopped on. Never mind. Deck the Halls Part 2, this is the exact same song as Part 1 but with 2 verses instead of 1. And the verses aren't even long. It's the most unnecessary sequel ever. Thrift Store, he calls up the producer in the middle of the song to tell him that the beat's cold, and whenever I hear Ringtone, I get war flashbacks, which unironically made me rank this song even lower. Zombie Apocalypse, Larry, Forget Her. This song sounds like it's struggling to decide whether or not it wants to be serious or silly. Either way, intentional or not, the hook is really annoying. Ripped My Pants, this entire song is just Yuno making fart noises on the mic for 2 minutes straight. I could have spent those 2 minutes listening to Fancy Clown or Randy, but I'm listening to this instead. Like what? It's so mind-numbing and lyrically repetitive that it's comparable to a Lil Xan song. The fact that Yuno Miles sounds like he's about to fall asleep only strengthens this comparison. I'll Be There remix. This is a weird one, as this is a remix by an artist called Lost Officials, and judging from this song, the music that he makes obviously has absolutely no connection with the music that Yuno Miles makes. If anything, this Lost Officials song sounds like something I can imagine fans of Black Bear would listen to, which is very much not the type of music I like. This song is like the underground equivalent of Maroon 5 getting Kendrick Lamar on their song, or Weezer getting Lil Wayne on their song, a mashup of 2 musicians that have absolutely no correlation with one another. Pumpkin, this entire Halloween EP, especially this song, is just boring. They're such throwaway freestyles that sounds like they were made in less than 5 minutes. Your average Yuno Miles song is already bad, so for these songs to sound like throwaways, that's a whole other level of bad. Hawk Tour, Back Wet, Side Chick, Serial, Find My Legs, Day After Christmas, Pirates on a Boat Part 2. This song did not need a Part 2. Super Saiyan, Time Coming, Cheeseburger Deluxe. This doesn't hold a candle to his Big Mac song. Turns Colors, I'm not saying this. Musty, Crusty, Dusty. This man already has a song called Musty, and if I remember correctly, another song where he hops on this exact same beat. There's no reason for this one to exist. Whole Lot of Trash. This song sounds like Yuno attempting to make his worst ever song. The chorus is atrocious, but the song overall is actually not his worst song. It's low-key experimental too. Tic-tac-toe, jingle my bells. When artists use AI for the cover art of their songs, I hate it, but in this case for Yuno Miles, it sort of works. What I mean by that is Yuno Miles intentionally makes awful music, so the fact that he's using AI cover art for this song makes sense because AI art is also awful, and intentionally awful cover art makes sense with an intentionally awful song. This song doesn't even sound Christmassy, it's just bad. I still would have preferred if he had used those bad Photoshop images that he usually does for the cover of his songs though. Out the Bag, Hey Now Remix, Boom, Road to Riches needs that. One of the very rare instances where it seems like he's rapping seriously, but it ends up sounding like the kind of song that the one guy at your school who's trying to be a rapper would make. Dance Dance, I Got a Job, Hot Tamale, Pass the Ball to Santa, YouTube Comments Part 2, Rudolph, Noah De Barrasso, This Is So Trash, Soul Hunt, Here Santa Comes. This is the most unnecessary song on the Christmas EP. He's just repeating the things that he already delivered on the other tracks. Rick the Bank, it's not the worst beat Yuno Miles rapped on, but it is the goofiest. Where the Bread At, Michael Myers, Farting Freestyle, Deadpool diss track Nowadays. This sounded tolerable for the first minute and a half, sleepy and boring but still tolerable, but then Yuno Mar comes in, and when he begins his verse, I immediately picture him in the studio drooling out of his mouth as he delivers his trash performance. This photo right here that you see on the screen is exactly what his verse sounds like. Benjamin Button, Cooking Bacon, Celsius, Stephen Curry, Clown, Granddaddy. Remember earlier when I said Break the Bank was the goofiest beat he has ever rapped on? I take that back. This is Parents diss track. There's barely any disses. The entire first verse has no disses in it. So disappointing. I wanted more disses. Rolling Loud, Party All Night. It's somewhat listenable, but Yuno's singing does remind me of Soul Train. B Music, I'm Dante diss track part 4. Timeless, Lay an Egg. This feels more like a freestyle than an actual song. I wanted more lyrics about laying eggs. The Futurama beat is the only good part. Ford Focus, Pontiac Grand Prix. The chorus is pretty much the exact same as the one in Ford Focus, but with the lyrics Ford Focus replaced by Pontiac Grand Prix. The reason I prefer this version is that Pontiac Grand Prix is more difficult to pronounce, which makes it a bit funnier. Sabaru, I feel like whenever Miles makes a song, he just drops it immediately. I don't think this man has any songs hidden in the vault, because why on earth do you need to make 3 songs about pulling up in cars? 4 songs. 5 songs. The second Speakaboo remix, Houdini Eminem diss, YouTube comment song part 1, Texting Me. These two have never made a good song together. Jet to Holidays. The Jet to Holidays ad is so annoying, so the fact that this song samples it makes the track more irritating to listen to. The moment I heard the sample, I just wanted it to be over. Want it to be over. Hot in Here. I like Bobby Althor. This song sort of sounds like Junior Baye, Pound Town, Sugar Street Don, She on a Plane, Goofy Goober, I'm Dante diss track part 5.5, GTA 6, Miranda Cosgrove, Frederick Douglass. For those who don't know, this is a song on Yuno History, an EP that consists of 4 songs based on historical figures. None of the songs from this project, especially this one, have anything to do with what these historical figures actually did. He's just saying their names in a stupid way. That's pretty much it. If you replaced Frederick Douglass in the song with any other rich person in the world, the rest of the lyrics would still make sense. Shaq 3's, Backbreaker Taker, FYB. This hook is so long and just keeps repeating the same line over and over again. The song is only a little over 2.5 minutes, but it feels as long as a Swans album. Free Grandma. The whole joke about freeing my grandma thing is that Yuno is listing obviously horrible and evil crimes and saying to free her and that she did nothing wrong, but I wish he went even further with the joke. It's not unhinged enough. Kaishanat Barber, Payday, This Ruins My Day, Get Up Meek Mill. The Meek Mill sample is so annoying. Dog Rapping, Take a Chance, First Day of Christmas Part 1. I've unironically heard worse Christmas songs than this, so that's saying something. Dumpster Tunes, Solo Clips, Tonight's the Night. Yuno's attempt at interpolating Secondhand Serenade ends up making him sound more like Mary Judah than John. Jingle Bells, To the Windows, Fastest Rapper Alive, Beat It, KSI Hairline, NBA 2K23, Indiana Jones. In the music video for the song, the visuals have nothing to do with Indiana Indiana Jones. Like, it would have been cool if he was wearing an Indiana Jones outfit or something. I know you can afford it, you're always flexing money in your videos. I know I'm meant to be talking about the song here, but it gets better visuals. The song sucks, by the way. Bonnie James, Thomas Edison, One Punch Man, Blizzard. The volume of his mic suddenly jumps from quiet to extremely loud at certain points, making this song feel like it's constantly throwing jump scares at me. He's also rapping over another SpongeBob beat. Message to the Hood, he's rapping over another SpongeBob beat again. Krusty Krab 2, he's rapping over another Squidward's laugh. Stop, just stop. Avengers, the beat is mixed so low compared to his vocals. The lyrics are kind of sad. I was raised in a forest like Tarzan, but instead I was raised like Caillou. Wish you a Merry Christmas. WWE diss. This guy still finds his way to diss his grandma even when the topic of the song is meant to be about WWE. Raygun, he sounds like he's having so much fun on this song, which I don't like. Rob the Gas Station, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I know this is so much lower than Drake, Kendrick Lamar, BBL Freestyle, even though this is pretty much the exact same song but with different lyrics. The reason why this is ranked so much lower is because I don't like being reminded of that fight, whereas being reminded of that Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef is basically a reminder of one of the most entertaining things to have happened in rap music in this decade so far. I don't want to be reminded of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It brings my mood down. Also, the Kendrick and Drake version did more for the culture. Jimmy Fallon, Yuno Miles borderline sounds like he was gooning while rapping on this song. Duck Duck Goose, Theater, the first Peekaboo remix, Spaceship, Popcorn Chicken. The bars are so good, but he sounds so low energy. Pokemon, Dad Diss, beats my grandma with a pumpkin. He has multiple songs about beating his grandma. Control Me, Go on a Date. I think he was getting heads while recording this song. He just keeps moaning. Choo Choo, Santa Coming to Town, The Cookouts, Come Get It, If You Happy Clap Your Hands, Victoria Justice. This song has one of the worst beat switches I've ever heard. Red Robin made a song out of Instagram comments, Smell the Money. He keeps telling jokes in this song, but he obnoxiously laughs whenever he reveals the answer to his jokes. It gets to the point where he's obnoxiously laughing so much that I can't even make out what the answer is because he's not saying it properly. Michael Jordan, Go Vote. He's just choking on a trap beat for 2 minutes. Dr. Eggman Freestyle, Batman and Robin, Not Like Yarn. All I Want for Christmas, Charlie Brown. The beat is so weird, unique and abnormal that I really like it. BBL, Mario Kart. This song doesn't have enough Mario Kart references. The only moments in the song that have anything to do with Mario Kart are the outro and the beat. That's so disappointing. Dinosaur, Raygun 2, Wi-Fi, Instagram IG. This is somewhat more of a serious song, but the lyrics are so random that I'm not sure if it's actually serious or not. His goofier songs are better than this, honestly. There's also no need to include the abbreviation for Instagram in the song title. Just like this song, it's pointless. Musty, first of the month, woo woo. This song is poo poo. Puts the money in the bag. The song unironically sounds okay during the first 27 seconds, but then it gets bad so quickly. FEBU, Honey Bun. This song has more streams than Helpless Child. Martin Luther. This is a political hip-hop song, the same subgenre that albums like To Pimp a Butterfly are part of, and yet there are still stupid people out there who think all rap sounds the same. Kickback. This is Yuno Miles doing a pop punk song, and it genuinely reminds me of some of the songs from Pink Tape, Abdulop Next Diss, Not My Fault, Fast Rap. This song is what Dial It sounds like to old heads who unironically think mumble rap is a thing. It made me laugh when I first heard it, which means I enjoyed listening to it, so that's why it's ranked higher than some of the serious songs. I Show Meats, Hop in the Ride. Usually Yuno Miles has an interesting theme to rap about in his songs, whether it's pooping in a urinal, making fun of 6'2" people, or his grandma getting scammed, but in this one there really isn't anything. It's just about some girl wanting to hop on a ride. It's pretty boring, but the beat does have these rock guitars that make the song more interesting. Why am I professionally critiquing a fucking Yuno Miles song? I'm such a nerd. Light Up Shoes, Boost Mobile, Inspector Gadget, Four Wheeler. This song has one of the craziest opening lines I've heard in a while. I'm about to bust. This is mind numbing. William Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, Bank Account. It's a remix remix of the 21 Savage song with Miles counting 1 to 65. Only shit I got is just shit on my piss. You can tell this song took less than 2 minutes to make. Hop Step, Hit Our Dance, one of Yuno's more serious songs. It has a nice beat with a classic Nelly sample, but it doesn't have the entertaining lyrics he usually brings to his goofier tracks. First Day of Christmas, Pirates on a Boat, High, this guy's running out of song ideas. Ray God Mark II, Hong Kong, he uses the exact same flows he used in Honey Bun, but this time he's rapping about Hong Kong instead. I placed this higher than Honey Bun because I find Hong Kong more interesting of a topic than a girl who looks like a honey bun. Actually, maybe not. Price is Right, he's laughing on the mic. Balaki diss, he's actually dissing the person instead of repeating the same sentence over and over again. These nuts, I can't be asked. Holds the Garbage, this has so much viral potential. The next time a song on TikTok blows up and everyone starts hating on it, I can imagine this song being used as the sound people will use to trash on that overplayed track. Space Jam, Jackie Chan, he flows really smoothly on the beat during the chorus, not gonna lie. 6-2, Push-Ups, Head R, this song is R. Sabrina Carpenter, Darling I remix. He says Sabrina come back to my life as if she was ever part of Yuno Miles' life. This song overall is about how beautiful he finds Sabrina Carpenter. I find this to be very relatable. Pooped in a urinal, this song overall is about pooping in a urinal. I find this to be very relatable. Not like Us, Kaisenat diss track, Neighbor, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo, this song is poo-poo-poo-poo-poo. Trash Shit, Tuesday, My Barber Fucked Me Up, Scam My Grandma, Deck the Halls, Fire, Your Dentist, Another Level Freestyle. This is such a weirdly precise balance between the serious side of Yuno Miles and the unserious side, and overall I'm not fully sure how I feel about this song. Kiss Me Through the Phone, this Yuno Miles remix of the original Soulja Boy song was actually better than I expected. Like, Miles intentionally tried to make it sound like trash, but it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, that is until Yuno Mars verse starts. Go Green, it's funny how Yuno Miles is one of the rare instances where a modern artist talks about saving the environment in a song. Good Message, My Barber Messed My Lineup, Fuck Yuno Miles diss track. He disses himself over this classical orchestral beat. It's such a uniquely weird combo that I sort of tolerate it. So wrong, I think this is the most serious Yuno Miles has ever sounded on a song, but because this is 5 years old, he hadn't quite hit the point where his production actually sounded decent. Frosted Flakes, Pizzeria, Super Speed Rap, you don't need 3 whole songs where you rap fast. This one is my favorite out of the 3, only because I find it funny that he actually sped up the recording. Rather this, Right Now, there's a sped up and slowed down version of this song. In what situation would there ever need to be a sped up and slowed down version of this song? Kit Kat, this guy made a whole song based on those rants that Kanye made about Twix bars making us fat. I eat chicken wings, this is the dumbest pussycat I've ever heard. Family Diss Track Part 1, in terms of just the disses, this is the best diss track he's ever made. Do the War, the way BRB Latim says try to trade my shoes for a Charizard, a Pokemon trading card, made me laugh. I'm Dante Diss Track Part 3, he's just making animal noises throughout the entire runtime. There's only one diss in this entire track and it's only 2 words. It's so stupid that I actually slightly like it. Are you stupid? Kill all your enemies, Run Off Anthem, John Cena weird. Yuno Miles has no right calling another person weird. TV Off remix, Fights Your Barber. This is a remix of Drake's Find Your Love, but Yuno Miles manages to sound more like YBN Namir. Dookie on My Shoe, Soulja Boy. There are 3 rappers on this song. Yuno Miles sounds the most normal. Family Guy, the beat that samples the Family Guy theme song is pretty good, something I can imagine Danny Brown or Ski Mask rapping on. For some reason, the featured guest BRB Latim, his vocals are mixed so much louder than Yuno's, it actually jump scared me the first time I heard it. Negative Riz, the flows that the featured guest brings to the table are actually listenable, and the beat is bad but also weirdly satisfying. It's sort of a guilty pleasure. The storytelling between the 3 where they talk about their awkward experiences with women is also entertaining. Intrusive Thoughts, Alex and Yuno Miles, the same 2 who rapped about their negative Riz, are back exposing their intrusive thoughts, and it's the more entertaining of the two songs. Bomb, one of the best songs on Vultures 2, I'm not joking. If you want to find out why I think that, then go check out my Vultures 2 review after this video. McDonald's Big Mac, amazing lyrics. This is slick Rick level storytelling with the heart-wrenching emotional intensity of a Sufjan Stevens song. Drake BBL freestyle. This song is in the top 20 just because I love the beat, and it's not even an original beat, it's Metro Boomin's obviously. Phineas and Ferb, this has the most unhinged opening line I've heard in a while. Pizzeria remix, Smoke Purp is on this song. You know you're a terrible artist when a rapper who intentionally makes terrible music calls you up to feature on their track. But honestly, he is easily the best part of the song, making it even better than the original version. Take Me Back, Fantano diss. Some of his funniest lyrics are on here, which is why it's ranked so high. He said, "You the reason why the album got a 0, and then right after, Yuno Miles went on to say that he himself is also the reason why the album got a 0. Then there's a Fantano verse out of nowhere. The person who's being dissed on this song is on this song. It's so stupid that I almost like it. Thanksgiving, this is one of BRB Latim's funniest features. He adds absolutely nothing to the song to the point where it's hilarious. He's trying to tell a joke but he just keeps stuttering. Adios, this was a really random listening experience as it sounds like Yuno is being serious again and borderline listenable, but then he brings in these intentionally terrible ad-libs where he pretends to be Super Mario. One of the ad-libs drags on for so long at one point that the foreground vocals in the refrain and the background ad-lib play simultaneously and together sounds like a huge mess. Then he moans in the bridge, and instead of saying turn this shit up like your average rapper would to hype a song up, he says turn this shit off. Also, I don't know what's up with BRB Latim. Remember earlier when I said that his vocals were so much louder than Miles on the song Family Guy? That exact same thing happens here too. The way he begins his verse as well, when they hear my verse come on, they say hell nah bro, adios. He then starts grunting sounding like a glitching robot. If you went back in time and played this to a historical figure like Helen Keller, they would die on the spot. This is the funniest first listen I have had to a Yuno Miles song. Where Your Dad At, Plasma Blaster, Scam Steady, Call Me Hood, Lukey kills it, he has good flow. Yuno Miles ruins the song though. Bobo's Chicken. Whenever I listen to a Yuno Miles song more than once, it immediately gets mind numbing, but for some reason, that doesn't really apply to this song. The Fantano verse actually adds some variety. Racetrack, First Thing I Do. The core tune of this song is actually good, but it's presented in a really trashy way, if that makes sense. The melody in the chorus is bittersweet and sort of endearing, especially with the sweet lullaby-like beats behind it. It's just that the vocal layering and obviously the verses are horrendous. Martin Luther King 3. The choir sounds amazing here. I feel bad that they're wasting their time delivering a performance this great on a Yuno Miles song. Break Something. It took years for the volume of BRB Latim's mic to be the same as Yuno's. Also, his feature here is good. IDGAF parody. If he took the hook and beat out of this track, it could stand on its own as a song that could be taken seriously. Akeem did pretty great here. That way, the song is half serious, half stupid. The chanting vocals in the background make it really catchy, as you can hear Lil Uzi's influence. 2025, the choir adds a really joyful vibe to the song. The choir part sort of reminds me of Kanye's music in a weird way. It's kind of like if there were a graduation era song with a Sunday service choir on it, but recontextualized in a modern day context. In my zone, his flows are actually good and fits really well with the hyphy beats that also slaps. This song overall is great. Yuno Miles, if you want to make some serious songs, then rap like this and hop on beats like this. It's also funny how half of the songs on this EP are in the top 6 best Yuno Miles songs ever, while the other half are near the very bottom. Bad Days. For a song about bad days, the beat actually sounds happy and it's a pretty good one too. Yuno Miles produced it himself. The lyrics are kind of sweet and low-key inspiring as well. His heavily auto-tuned singing is awful, but the vibes are so charming and happy and joyful that it doesn't really bother me. It reminds me of the Lil Bird mixtape in that sense, and I really like that tape. Subscribe, and if you want to see how his album made me circumcised, click on this video.